extremely late night streaming here. I just wanted to play a little bit since I woke up extremely late because I hate my body and my body hates me. So today we're going to be hopefully winning. Uh, like yesterday or the day before, whenever I last play tested the current version of Barbara Gordon, I lost in the second phase against Claw. Today I'm going to use her again. This time I have switched it over to a Justice deck. And instead of Deadpool playing alongside her, who I've been playtesting a lot lately, I wanted to playtest another one of my newer heroes, Conquo, aka Temper. So Barbara will be playing as our Justice, and Edie will be playing as our aggro on this one. We're going to be playtesting against Crossbones. Just something nice and easy since it is 3:19 in the morning, because again, I don't sleep like a normal human being. Shuffle this up. It does have our what's it called? It's in the deck. Our obligations. All right, and give this one six cards. So Barbara Gordon's big thing is she likes playing specific resource types to boost her cards. I am thinking about mulliganing her whole opening hand because this is not great and she needs her belt pretty badly. But yeah, I've tried playing aggression before and I lost. I think that having play tested her as Justice before, that's probably where she plays best, in my opinion. So I'm going to play that again, hopefully get better results than last time that I wiped. Edie, her big thing is she wants to play opposing elements of ice and fire. When she plays fire, she builds up ice counters. When she plays ice, she builds up fire counters. And then she uses those counters to enhance the power of set abilities. So the more fire that she has, the stronger her fire attacks get. The more ice she has, the stronger her ice cards get. Because whenever ice cards are attacks, they are usually support type stuff. Anyway, now that I'm done with that, I am definitely going to be mulliganing her whole opening hand. I'll lose a couple of her cards, but I'll be able to get them back pretty easily, I would think. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. No belt. Fantastic start. So there's Huntress, Skilled Investigator, Overwatch, couple for Justices. He starts with nothing else out. He's got this top card. So what does this need? It needs energy and mental to get rid of. She has none of that. She has energy. Woohoo. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use her ability right now to get the bottommost of any specific resource back into her deck. I'm just going to grab her grapple line, energy type, slips one, pick energy here. Gets it back on top of her deck, actually. It doesn't shuffle in. I will flip her. I have no mental resources. This is 2 straight amazing opening hands. All right. So I got her Armored Suit, which is another one of her more important cards. Huntress is another big card for her. So I think I might just drop Overwatch and a for Justice to get her Armored Suit out. Gives her 3 hit points. I'm going to drop the Skilled Investigator as well. I'm not going to be able to play anything else. She did not get a great starting hand twice. And with that, I'm just going to ping one off of him. I need to add 12 more to him because I'm playing 2-handed here. Ping him for 1 because there is no starting threat. Yeah, so that'll end her turn. So with her, her big thing is when she flips, she removes threats and deals damage based off of how many counters she has on each type here. This right here is a 2-on-1 card. I think I just flat out threw away the other versions of it. Yeah, probably just threw them away. Doesn't matter. But these are essentially two different cards that I combine into one just to have something cool going. How's she looking? So she's got 2 tempered. That's extremely good for her. Tempered is her biggest generation of counters. I honestly probably might want to nerf it because I forgot when I was making it that because she has fire and ice on there, it'll add an additional counter um, to each of them anyways. So she probably doesn't need to have 3 all-purpose. It could probably just be 2, maybe even 1. It is extremely strong right now. I'll probably go 2. All right. Maybe Rumble wouldn't be bad. So the big thing with her is she's going to be flipping a lot. That's the intent. Maybe dropping Wolverine and Psylocke to get her martial training into play so I can get some of her attacks in better. We'll need ready to rumble. I have 3 of them in here. I'm going to play Tempered. I'm going to grab. So as it stands right now, I'm just going to play it as it's written. I'm going to place. Let's place 3 on fire. And then because it is fire and ice, it adds 1 to each. I'll flip. So after I flip, I deal 1 damage to an enemy equal to the amount of fire counters on fire generation, which currently has 4. 2 max of 3 though, so she does 3 damage outright. I will exhaust and deal 2 more damage. So already we're off to a quicker start than I had against Claw. Considerably more damage. Tempered's opening hand was great. Batgirl's was god-awful. So that will end her turn because she can't do anything with that. So, readied. She gets 3 cards. Still no belt. So she gets her 3 cards, or 4 cards, excuse me. So here we have Ice Slide, which will ready her, and then 1 for each ice counter she spends. It's an angst, which will remove threat plus 1 more for each fire counter she spends. And then, God, all 3 of her tempered easily. I probably definitely need to nerf tempered because it is so strong right now. All right. She does, however, have no defense in her deck. That is by design because, again, she needs to be flipping as much as possible. So, starting with Batgirl, did she get anything to help her out with defense? No. Starting with Batgirl, we get 2 on. What's this one do? He gets retaliated 1. Oh, crap. So she should have been retaliated for 1. She should have been retaliated for 1 because this is not an attack. She's just raising the temperature of the room, making it uncomfortable. All right, so starting with Batgirl attacks. I think I have a 4 justice, so I don't need to worry too much about her thwarting. I'm going to block. So he gets 1 attack, and he gets a tough. So she blocked all damage, takes none, and he gets a tough status. Attacks Temper. Temper does not need to stay ready if she doesn't want to. So I'm going to, well, blocking won't do much for her. I'm just going to take it with her. Rough 3 damage. And he gets piercing on all of his attacks because of his ability. But nobody has toughness anyway, so it doesn't matter. Crossbones Assault. Back to back. This gets 4 on it. Crossbones activates player. Gets to do this thing. I'm going to place 1 on the main screen. Alright. And play goes to Temper. I can remove like all of it, like everything that happens, everything that is out there right now. What do I have right here? Mental and energy. I have energy. I have mental. I don't need two tempered, I don't think. I'll get rid of this. Get rid of this. To get rid of this. Here it is, retaliate. This is for attack events, which I do not currently have any of. I have forts. So I'm going to spend one of these for tempered. 1, 2, 3, and one on each. I'm going to spend 2 off of fire generation to play Teen Angst to remove 4 threats. I'm just going to knock it off of here, let him attack me. It's fine. 4, 2 damage. The gang up is from Thunderbolts. I must use that image for one of my cards. Alright, so... Oh, and then I have 2 additional threat removal. I'll move it from that, because it gets additional 1 for each counter I spent to play it. I will attack for 2. I will spend 2 off of Ice Generation. Oh yeah, and then Ice Generation actually gets another 1 for this being a fire card. Spend 2 off of Ice Generation to play Ice Slide, which readies my identity. I'll also ready Batgirl. And then I will flip and heal for 3. And when I flip, oh yeah, I actually get another fire counter. When I flip, I get to remove 1 threat to a maximum of 3 for each ice counter on here. So that doesn't really matter that much. It is all off of attack on Mount Athena. Did I attack him? I attacked him, didn't I? Before I flipped. Knock the toughness off. What did I do with her? I don't even remember anymore. That will end her turn. It is 3:30 in the morning. I will forget things. My apologies. All right, Batgirl. So she has nothing to thwart from. The character gets +2 basic power for its next use. So it doesn't even, that's not even until the end of phase or anything like that. That is just a flat out +2 to the basic power. So I could, by the ruling of this card, I could say I'm going to put +2 on my Batgirl thwart and then attack this round and still not lose it. Do that. So this is useless right now. I spend 1 and 2 to get a grapple line out. There's not much for me to do with her right now. Because I spent a physical, I'm gonna, well, grab the wrong counter, but it doesn't matter. Grab that. Oh yeah, this would have procced and given me another card. Thwarting, of course. That is the fun of playing against a deck that doesn't require a lot of thwarting. So, I can't get her out. Might as well just ping for 1. And then I'm not going to bother using her grapple line yet, because I actually have something to play with. So we're going to ready, draw my hand size, build support, good card. So she's got plenty she can do next turn. This is the problem with playing two-handed, is if I was playing one-handed with another person, I could just hit the number that I want to draw. But this is what you get for being me. I do not like playing solo decks. I like playing multiple. All right. 1, 2. We scheme over here for 2. And then another 1 from Hydrabama. Attacks Batgirl. I can block this for 2. And takes 1 damage. So no damage. She's perfectly fine. There's an action, so she can't do it until later. Encanta. Hydra Flame Soldier. It's undefended attack. Okay, cool. Alright, Hero. The villain attacks me. If they have a weapon attachment, this gains Surge. He does not, so I get attacked. I just tank this one for 3 damage. Play moves on. And on and on. Alright. So we're currently at 5 threats. I will... That's pretty damn good. So I'm going to apply pressure to remove 4 threat from the scheme. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then because I paid for it using only physical, because it's all strength, I will deal 2 damage to an enemy by a Hydra Bomber. And then, if I get defeated, I draw a card. Haha. First aid is in here just for Huntress, but I do not need it right now. I'm going to spend 1 to build support. Feel free to get bigger, thank you. This starts with 6 on it. So when this is defeated, we get each supports. So now I actually have something to remove threat from. So speaking of which, let's go ahead and get this. I'll drop this to ready myself, and because I had the counter, it draws me a card. She does not have any resource generation right now. I will spend a master plan to get +2 to my fort, and I will remove 4 threat from build support. And that will end that turn. Oh, I paid for a card using only energy, not energy, but mental, because I paid. Am I going crazy? I might be going crazy because this paid for itself. I used first aid. What did I use first aid for? Use strength to pay for for her apply pressure. You might be losing my mind. I don't remember everything I paid for what. So I don't think I procced her ability. Oh well. That is fine. So Edie will heal for 3. Your actions. I will spend. This is tough. Spend Necra. She's a really good card, but I would like to have my deft focus out. Flip. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. Oh, drop back down, please. So it's at 17. I will. I don't even have to do that. I can spend 2 flame counters to Teen Angst to remove 4 threat from the main. It doesn't really matter where I move it from. It's going to blank them both out because then it removes 2 additional. From this, it gets put in the victory display, and each player may search their deck for a support that costs 3 or less and bring to play. So, do I have supports? I do. X-Jet 3. X-Jet might be excellent. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to do X-Jet. This will get her. Actually, I should probably grab James Gordon. Where you at, James? Yep. Is he then mad at the clock tower? All right. And then this gets a counter on it for playing a fire card. I can now. I can't play both flamethrower and that. I think I would like to play Relentless Assault because I could get a ton of extra damage off. So Relentless Assault deals 5 damage to Flame Soldier because I paid for it using I've used only as physical. It gains overkill, so it gains it's 5 damage, right? 4 damage of overkill straight to crossbones. Yeah, boy. I can. This is for an attack event. Yeah, I can actually play flamethrower. Okay, I've got 3 things to help out with that. So I'll spend 1 off of this to reduce the cost by 1, 2, 3 to flamethrow. This will deal 5 damage and then 1 damage. And 1. So she is hitting hard right now. She's doing really. I've had a couple games with her where her draw has just been awful. She unfortunately has no fire counters built up. So she's not going to be able to make her fire damage or fire cards do much. She has, fortunately for her, pretty much gone through the entirety of all of her fire cards. So that ends the hero phase. Ready, draw 1, 2, 3, and 5. Iced. Good for blocking out minions. Temper Suits. I wish I'd had this earlier so I could recycle my cards. It is what it is, though. She gets 3. Battering. Hey, look, she got a clock tower anyways. All right, so that actually makes her work really strongly. Crossbones gets 2. Attacks Batgirl. I will defend for 2. And takes 2. And Crossbones attacks Edie. Edie will just take it. Champ for 1. Alright, and Encounters. Guard. And, no, he's just 1 up guard. Defeated, he gives another. This gun again. Alright, first player moves to Edie Conquo Temper. So I could ice the hell out of one of these guys right now. I can only use 2 counters, right? Yeah. So I'd be able to take one of these guys up for 2 turns. Let me knock out. We'll take off 2 here. And we'll spend surprise attack to ice this guy. It gets 2 counters on it because that's how many I spent. So the next 2 times he activates, he instead does nothing. It cancels his activation. So that's essentially like a soft stun. And that was an ice card, so I get a fire card as part of that. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to hit for 2 on this Hydra Soldier. My mouse double clicks. My mouse has been backing up. Fantastic, right? And then I'm going to spend 1 and 2 to Relentless Assault, which is 5 and overkill. So 3 will go through. I cannot play this though because it's not superpower. I only have 1 resource. I do not want to play Precision Strike and get rid of it though. So that will end her turn for once she is not flipping. And we move on to Batgirl. I said Blatgirl. Blatgirl. Alright, so I have Batarangs. Make everything wild this turn. You know what? I'm going to make everything wild this turn. I'm going to draw a card from that. So I can play Batarangs and make them whatever I want to. So 1. Use another Batarang to pay for it. I'll use her clock tower actually. So they're all wild resources technically, so I'm going to make them all. Energy would be make confusions happen. They're going to make them all physical, make 2 more damage each. I think I'll do that. Then Edie should have an encounter card. That's what I said. Draw a card or Make him energy, then I confuse. Stun 2 enemies. You know what? Yeah, let's make it energy. Deal 2 damage. I'll do 2 damage to. I mean, I could defeat him now and get him onto the next stage. I'll do 2 damage to him. I'll make them energies. So I'll stun him. And I'll stun this one, which will actually keep him unable to do anything for longer. Because I use energies only, I draw a card. Multitasking, that's actually a solid card to get. I think I'll use it. Multitask. Even though there's only one thing out there, do I want to do that? Yeah. Multitask to remove 2 threats. Nothing else here will proc, though. Like this would proc, but remove 2 threat from the scheme, there's no threat out there. So that will end her turn. Ready. 1, 2, 3. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to remember that she can prevent damage with this. Oh, she's got her ingenuity. I need that out. She needs to flip now. Alright. So 1, 2. Tries to attack over here. Stunned. This guy's stunned would go off. I think, yeah, because stuns should have priority over everything, if I remember correctly. So he will still have the 2 counters on him. And attacks Batgirl. She doesn't have anything for that, so I'll just take it. 4, 2 damage. And it's perfectly fine. Alright, encounter cards. Encounter. I didn't know about the threat. Yes, I did. Fantastic. Insight 1, so 1 threat on. Start cards until a weapon is discarded. Armor. Array lag. Is it a weapon? That is a weapon. I don't know why I flipped that. And I know I flipped the top card, but I don't remember what it was. Alright, so this dude again. Quick strike for 2 damage. I'll take it. I'm going to be flipping and healing anyways, so that doesn't matter too much. Alright, first player passes along. Area 1. I'm going to start. Actually, no, I'm not going to do anything. Do I have anything I can play? I need to get rid of this. Mental and physical. I can get rid of that. 1. I want sense of justice, though. I want ingenuity. I'll use my calculated counter for 2. Gets rid of this. I'm going to flip, heal. Oh yeah, I could have used my suit to prevent one of the damage I took. I forget every time. Alright, I've got decisions because I've got both of these out here. So either one. So this is better. I mean, it is just better than this because it's only for thwart. So we're going to get it in play. And then I will use my ability. That's my bottom card. Multitasking. So I got power, energy, mental. I think I'll do mental. That'll get me back the calculated counter. Put it on top. I haven't defeated anything this turn, but that will help out. And that will end that turn. Alright. She has nothing big in her hand right now. 1. And let's spend Jennifer Sarkey to get Temper Suit out. Wish I would have had this forever ago. Actually, I have these. This. So I keep this in my hand. I'll attack this dude for 2. I will use I'll use Martial Prowess to Precision Strike for 2 more. That'll heal me to full. Hydro Flame Soldier is gone. Any superpowers? I don't have any ice. I'm gonna stay up just to. He's gonna. I think he's gonna get his. Or maybe not. That'll end that though. No, he's definitely gonna get his next step. 6. So I probably honestly could have flipped her and I've been perfectly fine. Transfer when you reveal a treachery. All right. Where are we at now? I built this deck for a three-player game. Such a weird picture. Like she has no facial features. It's covering the entirety of her face. Whichever Batgirl that is. I'm imagining it's Barbara Gordon, but there's no mouth cut out or anything. No eye cut out. It looks like an AI picture. It really does. It's really weird drawing. Okay, anyways. Alright, so 1-2. He schemes for 1, 2, 3, so we'll push it to the next one. The Infinity Stones. Revealed the top one. The exosuit, and this has a max of 12. And then this guy schemes, but he has nothing. Alright, he attacks Edie. Edie will take it for 2-3 damage. And this one loses a counter and does nothing because he is frozen. Counter and counter. Full auto surge because alter ego. Combat this freaking thing. This is only an attack strike. Yeah, it makes indirect damage. It's not the worst thing in the world. So that resolves before his attack does. The one schemes 4. He attacks me after this activation. It's awful. So schemes just for the 1, and then he attacks me, which I will again just take. To take 1. Oh, he's attacking me, so this actually happens first. This is 1 indirect damage, and then he attacks me. So 1, 2. That is from this. 3, 4. Almost dead. All right. First player moves here. She needs to flip badly. All right. So I'll not be doing any basic attacks. Yawn. This is all 3 of them. I could do it. I forgot to use heat transfer. That's a shame. Shame on me. Spend 2 for Jennifer Sarkey, and we're going to put her out in thwarting form, so that is 2 counters. And she gains aerial. She can't really do anything right now. She'll put her out in attack form and just advance him. If I do, then he gets another weapon. So might want to hold off on advancing him. Let's put her on form 3 and make her a blocker for me. So because of that, she gets, or form 1, excuse me. So she has 4 hit points and toughness now. One, to play, ready to rumble. I'm going to flip. From here. And that's going to end her turn, I think. Yeah. Now that I have this out, I'm not getting any of her ice and fire cards. So she has an attacker or thwart right now, but she can block a couple times. All right, I'm going to drop a Skull Investigator in this play area. You have one of these now, which is great. I will spend 1 to first aid. That's Barbara. Spend 1 to first aid Edie Okonkwo. He's only, yeah, he can do 2 damage to an enemy. This to do 2 damage up here. Use my ability to. If I do fist, I can only grab this one. If I do energy, I grab super power train. Just energy. Grab energy. This is the bottommost. It's on top. The flip. I will. Don't have that, so we'll just attack this trooper and kill him. Wahaha. That'll end her turn. 1, 2, 3. Where is your frickin' belt? Hey. There's a fire card. I have no fire counters, but there's a fire card. Alright. 1, 2. Schemes against Edie for 1, 2, 3. Attacks Batgirl, but first machine guns deal 2 damage. And then attacks. This is only when I reveal. These don't make the counters reveal. Attacks for just 2. Go figure. I will use this energy that I'm fine with spending. No, I'll just reduce it by 1, so I still get that back. Alright, encounter. Oh yeah, and then the last counter on this goes away. And he will finally be able to start attacking next turn. Alright, this goes up here. Reveal place discard of 1 per player. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. He gets acceleration. Revealed if Mad Hydra, she's not in play. Put her into play, engage with you. So engaged with Batgirl. Is it a discard? Start match, just search. Madame Hydra. Reach Hydra in play. It's additional 2. 1, 2, 3. So additional 6 and 9 threat. Alright, it's now time to start thwarting. So she's gonna take damage if Legions of Hydra is in play, which it is. So she is out there forever. I cannot freeze her either. Alright. Actually, I could have stopped that reveal. Oh well, I've already shuffled and everything. All right, so this one's mental. So I will spend 2 on for justice. Oh, I don't have a frickin' belt. Hold on. 1, 2. I don't need to get rid of this. I can go to somewhere else. I'm going to get rid of Heroic Intuition. I don't need that right now. For this, it was 4 threat because I did use a mental resource. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll spend. Look at the bonus on this. Spend 2 for grapple in. Because I spent only energy, I get to draw a card at least off of that. There's the card I actually wanted to have in my hand. Yucky. I'll spend. Defeat this, which will draw me a card from Skilled Investigator. Oh, this is a thorn. I'll discard this to Reading. I'll move 2 from Legion of Hydra. I will spend 2 on applying pressure, which will remove 4 threat from the scheme. I will then use her ability once per round to 2 more because I used Genius to pay for that. I think she is done. She's going to get attacked next turn twice. So should I flip her? Yeah, let's flip her. Alright, on to here. I have an ice card. I do not. I have no ice cards. This is great. I'm going to heal for 3. Flip. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3. My flamethrower to deal 5 damage. Actually, God, can I thwart first? Let's not heal myself. Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'll remove the last 2 from this. Last one, I guess. Makes Madam Hydra able to be defeated. This should not be in my hand. Get out of my hand. So what did I spend again? Let's chop this here. Oh yeah, use the counter and then these 2. 1, 2, 3. To hit. Engaged with you. Well, that doesn't help. So I will hit. Hit this dude. I should defeat him. Deal 1 damage to him. As it was a fire card. Where'd it go? That was right here. As it was a fire card, I get an ice counter back. But yeah, when I flipped, I would have been able to deal 1 damage to an enemy. Which I wouldn't have done to him because I don't want him advancing yet. I don't want him to have another freaking weapon. She enters play, right? And because I'm not actually attacking her, I could have put this on the other dude and gained 2 health when I defeated it. So, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I do actually have it. So I can bring her in and put Madam Hydra away. I'll do that. 1, 2, 3 for magic. I will spend this as a mental to. Goes back in the deck, right? So I've done that. Oh yeah, she was an alter ego, so she wasn't able to get that. I could have done this. I'm stupid. I am stupid. Oh yeah, played a fire card, so I'd be able to get an ice card from my discard pile into my hand. Discard tempered. Well, it's still overpowered. Spend an ice counter to tempered. So get 1, 2, 3. And then that puts one more on each of them. So yeah, I need to nerf tempered. And this has to be exhausted to have done that as well. Magic will thwart for 1 on the main. I have a waste of powers, but that is what it is. I almost took first player. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is treachery. Oh, they're suppressing fires. Ready, draw 1, 2, 3, 4. She decks out. Third from the bottom. Now she has it though. That's the important thing. That is the most vital card in her deck at the end of her deck. All right, 1, 2, 3. Schemes against Barbara for 1, 2, and gets toughness. Attacks. Jennifer will block this for me. Thank you, Jennifer. That's what she's here for. And counter and counter. I will place one on the main scheme. I'm on alter ego, so this gets surge for another weapon. Each Hydra minion engaged with a hero makes an attack against that hero. Each player who was not attacked this way searches the entire deck in his pile for a Hydra minion. So they cannot attack because she's an alter ego. However, this just puts it into play. Search for a minion to play with here. Oh, I should grab bottom Hydra. Not the one defeated. This will not be. Does it reveal it? No, it doesn't reveal it. So no one revealed effect here. But here, we'll put this on you. Put this on you. Can't do anything. I have nothing I can play. Get downtime out, I guess. Downtime, so increase my recovery by 2. One of each, and those 2. That was physical, that was physical, so I'm not going to get rid of anything. She's got the deck out. Fun. I will attack and defeat this Hydra Bomber, which will heal me to full health. Let's throw that card away. It's a bit of a waste, but let's just defeat this guy. It's a waste. I wasted that. I would have had this in my hand. Yeah, you know what? I didn't do that. Cheating. I know. I'll spend this, and I'll use this to be my energy to get rid of this. It's 4 o'clock. Give me breaks, guys. Let me delete that. I'll come in my chat with spam, little asshole. All right. Barbara Gordon. Need to remove some thread here. I need to get this in play. This is the most important thing. Her ability does nothing. I'm going to heal, flip, Spend. This crisis words are looking good, but at 1, 2. And 3. A belt. Okay. I can keep this and use this and spend nothing but mental to do it. I don't think I can play this yet because it has to be in play. I did have a play A3, so I get 2 removal off of this. The good news is that he is not slated to scheme at all. This is energy and mental. I can do that. What's this one do? This is the retaliate 1. Let's get rid of his retaliate. And end my turn. Oh wait, this is mental. What am I doing? I can use that as a mental and keep her in my hand. Oh no. I need this, so this actually would stay in my hand. And she gets 1 additional hand size because she finally got this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, she should have a second damage on. Another ice to mess with an enemy. And she got Ice Slide, which is God tier. Alright. 1, 2, 3. We'll attack Temper. I mean, I could take it and ready. Won't do much because his first player is about to leave me. I'll just take it. Actually, Jennifer will block it for me. She's got 4 health. So this is 2 damage. So she's still alive. And attacks over here at Batgirl. She's back out. That's a really good card. This is only when I take damage. Take it for 1. As far as support, I control. Dick. Only 1 out. Bye, Daddy. So 1 damage. So that's that to reduce by 1. Actually, so I take no damage. It's only if I. Oh, it's an undefended period. It's not even if I just take damage. So James Gordon is dead. Defeated. Gone kaput. Defeated. This gets 4 on it. Oh my god, this one really pushed it. Hold on, that's a win reveal. Oh, she does have it. Oh god, I'd have to get rid of this. Why is it not making energy on me? That card text isn't even honestly worth it to me. 1. And we will get rid of Crisis Averted because I can't really afford it right now. 2. Play calculated counter to now this. The card does not happen. First player. Let's do this to make it all wild. Why did I draw a Sense of Justice? This sucks. This absolutely frickin' sucks. So I was just gonna, for justice, and remove it all. Remove 4 at least. This is wasted now. I have to do this to Huntress again, but Sense of Justice is with a big card. That's all mental, so I'll remove 2. I will thwart for 2. He attacks me, right? He activates against me for just the 1. Ah, sucker. I get this, so I draw a card. Can't even play it. Depressing. Depresso Espresso. Espresso. Alright. Where's my card when I need it? Where are my cards? Where are my cards be? 2 off a main. I will 1, 2. 1 game. Let me have it out here. Actually, I'll use 2 from this. Get Quentin in. Quentin will remove 2. I will then spend 1 swap of this, which will put 1 on here. And just so now, I slide because I use 2 counters. I ready 1. Doesn't matter if I get it. Just 2. Then ready 3 characters, but it doesn't matter in this case. Already put the fire on there, so I'm ready again. I'll remove 2. Oh, and because I played an ice, he heals, and he removes 1 threat, right? Or heal 1 damage and remove 1 threat from this one. And then he will thwart again for 2 more. I am doing a bulk of the thwarting right now because she was fairly unlucky with her entire first deck playthrough. I can spend. I cannot get Relentless Assault without icing. And then that would also push me into the next zone. I don't know if I want to do that yet. I want to have a whole turn of effing him up. Alright, so I will end my turn there. Ready. Draw back up. She gets an encounter. I forgot to use Stone Pursuit. That's my bad. Not bad. I hate it. I cannot stand when I get a card full or a hand full of nothing but player cards or hero cards. All right, 1, 2, 3. Attacks over here for. Attacks me after this activation. So just 1, I'll take that. Might as well just reduce it. And he attacks me again for 2. I was trying to take the same amount of damage no matter what. Alright. It attacks Edie. Jennifer will block, and she takes exactly enough to be defeated. Encounter and encounter over here first. Madam Hydra. Suck it. Your thing's not in play. Full auto. Use your cards, top of the encounter deck where it says equal to his attack. And takes 2 damage. Attach to the villain. Over here. So this is. He gets ranged on top of his piercing and +1 attack. Alright. We're going to ice this dude. So 1, 2. This gets 1 here. We'll spend a superpower. Yep. The focused ice. Madam Hydra with 2 counters on her. Alright. Defeating it. I couldn't defeat it. Let me use this to play this. Oh, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1. Yep, getting numb nerviness. I accidentally made it too strong. Because I played that, he heals and removes 1 threat. Isn't ready, right? He just heal him and remove 1 threat. Yeah, I accidentally readied him last time. That was my bad. So I should actually have 2 more on it. It's a very easy fix. So let me do this. I'm gonna hit him for 2. Advanced civilian state. Oh, he's got toughness on him. Quentin. I'll wait for that. Quentin do this. I'll hit him for 2. Knock the tough off. Then I'll hit him for 2 on that, which defeats his current form. And heals me by 2. This is gone. He gets 28 hit points. Those 2 energies because it's the same damn card. I need to remember to use this. It's in my discard pile, right? Yeah, I don't have had anything, so I can't do anything with it. I'm out of resources, I'm out of cards. I can let her die. I'm not going to let her die. She needs to be a chump blocker for me. That will end my Twain. So this doesn't do much for either of the 2 right now. 1 and let me play this on over here as well. The next time I get something out here. So I spent 1. And 2. I'll use this to change its requirement of this so that I can use energy on it. So now I can ready me. There we go. Spend 1, 2. So apply pressure. I'm not going to get the bottom part of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a shame, but it's fine because this doesn't. Her ability doesn't effing matter. I'm gonna smack her for 1, or am I? I might want to hit him for the 1. No, you know what? Let's smack her for 1. I'm not going to be able to get, unless I draw a resource, which I'm not counting on, I'm not going to be able to get to play Batarangs. Batarang! I'll end her turn. I think that'll end her turn. Batarangs should be saved. Why is it always for cards? 6. All of her cards are top. That is not great. Alright, and then get rid of one of these. No, I'll keep 1. They're tempered. Alright, so it's 1, 2, 3. He attacks temper. Magic will block. It is defended because the magic is defending. Alright. Magic, bye, Moon Man. And attacks over here on to Batgirl. So he's got 2 attack. I can block. 3 damage. Maybe I should have blocked. I'll use this plus this actually to reduce that by 3, so I take no damage. Encounter. Flip. Square X is his attacks at 2, and I take 1 indirect damage for each. 1 damage. Crossbones always seems tougher than it is. And this hero, the villain attacks you if they have a weapon, this gains surge. So he attacks me, I'll exhaust to defend. Just by 2. I take no damage, and this card gets surged. His machine gun now. have no idea what that means. Please play Moose Master. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Alright. Over here. Oh, and then she loses a counter. Over here. I'll use this. Drop the counter. This to ready. Draw a card. There's a resource. Huzzah. So I can do this. Confuse two enemies. Batarang, which is still the same thing. Confuse two enemies. Use this. I want to get clock tower out. So let's spend one for a clock tower. I will spend 2 for batarangs, and I'll use this to change the deal 2 damage to mental, which means that I technically confuse 2 enemies and I deal additional damage because it doesn't swap them, it makes them both mental. So I confuse 2 enemies, confuse, I deal 6 damage. Well, 2, 2, 2, 2. So let me do 2 here and 4 here. That's done. I can use this to multitask off the main scheme for 2. Oh yeah, and then this actually procs and removes 2 as well. Wait, miss me, daddy. I will attack Madam Hydra for 1 and end my turn there. Yeah, on to Temper. So we're on stage 2. I need to start burning him down really quick here. That's on physical. I can if I get rid of Tempered, which I might as well. I've got plenty. 1, 2. Let's get rid of this. I can't get rid of his machine gun. What? That is the state of things. Is there nothing for me to thwart here? 1, 2. To Relentless Assault. I'm going to hit Madam Hydra. So this has overkill. It is 5 damage, and she had 2 health left. So 3 damage goes to the boss. Good. Yeah, that would be a waste. So I think I'm going to actually flip. I'm going to flip. Does nothing because there's no threat to remove. And end my turn. I don't want to. Do I want to do that? Nah, let's stay up. Let's stay up. It's still gonna have my turn, but let's stay up. I can't do that. Ready. So since I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna smack the boss for 2. Since I was readied up. He's not gonna do anything. I want to keep him alive. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gee, he's ready to frickin' heal somebody. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Attack Batgirl. Nothing to ready her. She'll block for 2. Oh, actually, before that happens, she takes indirect damage, which she does not block for 2 damage. Then she gets attacked, she'll block for 5 damage total, so 3 goes through. Let's spend Heroic Intuition, and then use this to reduce it by 3, so I take no more damage. That was max damage, and I blocked all of it. Alright, that was one use. Before he attacks Edie, 3 damage. Attacks Edie, 4. She's just going to take it. 3 damage. That's all the counters off of this. Edie needs a flip. Batgirl needs a flip. Alright, 1. Removed everything from fire. You have a villain of tough status. Cool. It's now Edie's turn. Nothing in my hand. I can flip and ready myself. That is it. I can't heal myself. She's got nothing. I can literally play nothing. This sucks. Hero interrupt. I want to stay down. I really do, because I'm extremely hurt. I was going to heal myself anyway, so this sucks. I'm just going to stay down and play nothing. This turn is skipped. Awful. Great turn. Fucking awesome. Excuse my language. I'm going to spend Overwatch. And I'm going to spend Arrow 1 to Batarang. Because I use nothing but physical. I will hit for 6 damage on the boss. So an instance of 2, and then 4 more. I will. That's a good hit. I'll spend 1 to heal Edie for 2. I will flip. I will use her action, what is on the bottom. I can't even get the stuff. That required me to get through all that. Let's make it wild. Get her on top. And the deck's about to be shuffled anyways. I will wild. Yeah, let's wild it. Otherwise it gets discarded. Yeah, I'm gonna let him thwart a bunch. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 5. There we go. Big hand. What's the deck? 1, because she is an alter ego. Actually, before I draw this, do I want to get rid of anything? Let's get rid of. We're going to be able to do that. Let's get rid of heat transfer and draw another. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3. Schemes 4. Not in hero form. So schemes for 2. So one more scheme left, so I'm fine. Kind of. Schemes for 2. Get 1, get 1. Let's go. The 1 schemes. Oof, that will actually finish this off. This should happen immediately. So schemes for 3. It doesn't matter because he was getting the next step anyway. That sucks. So this goes away. This goes over here. This game. He gets 1 more attachment here. Gains range, it gets +1 all the way down, and it only has a 10 max. This is the danger of Crossbones, is he's got a lot of stages, but they are all low cost. Alright, and it goes here. Alright. I wonder if I should just do this again. Maybe look down here. Mental energy. I can get energy. Let's do energy. That'll get me 4 justice because that is the bottommost energy. This. Let's do an energy. and draw it. I will heal for 3. I will flip. I will I'll spend 1 to first aid on eating. She should be at 6. Alright. Master plan to make everything I play wild. Resources. So 1 and 2 for 4 justice to remove 4 threat from this. I get attacked for 5 damage. I'll use this and this to reduce it by 3. There. I will. I'm gonna overkill the hell out of this if I do this, but that is just what it is, I guess. I'll do these to get her out. All of it is mental. So she comes out and she stuns him. Wait, didn't he? He was confused. He schemed out of that. So I actually shouldn't be on the last one. That's just me being dumb. Dumb. I'll just keep that on there. Next time he schemes, he'll be confused. Oh yeah, use this. I'd remove 2 threat from this game, but no scheme has a threat on it. So here's that 2 nanks, no scheme. All right, I'm going to heal for 3. I'll flip. This does 3 damage. I will discard. I'll check this first to change form. Or let's do this one first, just for the heck of it. Use martial prowess with the surprise attack. Deal 4 damage. Discard Ready to Rumble to ready my identity. And we'll spend Wolverine and Iced, because Iced is not doing much for this. To deal 5 damage to an enemy. I will attack for 2. And I'll let Quentin Quire finish him off. Much better. Some annoyance. Playing 2-handed is not always smooth. So there are some things I forgot to do. Didn't remember it at all. First, my deck. I need to remember to use this when I have it in play. Quentin is honestly really fun to use. You have to be very careful with how you use him because it has 2 health, but he does 2 damage and 2 thwart. So he's really strong for what he does. Iced actually got some good value out of Iced. I've been having issues with it in the past. I am thankful that it is now I found use in against an enemy. Let's get my cards separated out here. Flamethrower. Tempered again. Ice Slide. I only got to play 1 Ice Slide. That was ridiculous. I know I played 2 Ice Slides. Ice Slide is still like the class of my ice cards. Readies a lot of characters. It is the strongest of our ice cards. Flamethrower. Okay, so those are all our cards. All right, so Temper needs to be nerfed. Because it is adding counters to both of them at the same time, plus adding 3. It is essentially 1 for 5 counters. I can honestly probably just drop this to 1. And then it'll add, which will essentially add 2 to one of them and then 1 to the other one. So it's, even that's a really good compromise. So I'll probably end up doing that. Flamethrower, still the class over all of our attacks. It's really good. It'll stay really good. Ice Slide, also the class over ice abilities. This is really good, and it's going to stay really good. I've been having trouble with ice before. I thought about changing the card. This one gave me some enemies to actually put it on. I got good value out of it. I think I might just leave this untouched. Get some more play testing and before I actually decide to change it. Quinn Choir is really fun. I like this. I like how I built Quinn Choir. Not to toot my own horn, but really fun. Teen Angst. I got to use it once tonight. It is an extremely strong thwart. I might make it a remove 2 threat or 3 threat, and then 1 for each one that you use to spend on it. Because that, if you have 2 counters that you're able to spend on it, it removes 6 threat for no cost. It's a bit overpowered. A bit is in quotations. It is very overpowered. So I think even removing, just dropping 1 threat off of it will make it extremely strong if you have the ice generation for it. Nerf it if you do not a bit. I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air. I might just let it stay extremely strong and force players to have to use their counters on it. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm in between. Type Pursuit is something I forgot to do all the time. It is still a really good card. It was just me two-handing and forgetting everything that I'm doing. Heat Transfer, I didn't use it a single time. I might change it to when you reveal a card. And then make it 1 more expensive. That'll be kind of how I start that. Yeah, I think I can do that. Make it 1 more expensive and then make it reveal a card when you reveal a card. Batgirl. Let's look at her cards. So like I said, she comes with a pre-con for aggression. I play tested it a day and a half ago or whatever. I did not enjoy the pre-con as much as I enjoyed the cards. I lost that game. Some of that's on me. I had her with a character that's two-handing again as well, and the other character that was with her just did not do anything. Calculated. She got anything left in? Oops. Those went. God, I don't know where those went. They're dead to me. All right. So her cards. These 2 upgrades. Utility Belt is still the most important thing in her deck. It is really good. It used to cost 2. Now costs 3, which is probably more fair. Even at 3, it is still an extremely good, extremely valuable card. James Gordon's probably her 2nd strongest. Unfortunately, I had to lose him. He got taken out. That sucks so bad to lose him because you lose one of your best cards in your deck. I never got him back. Those are the 2 big building blocks of this deck. Clock Tower. It's essentially a glorified draw. Because if you play it after you do your alter ego, you essentially just drawing the card that was on there. The only time is truly random is if you already defeat an enemy or side scheme before you use that ability, in which case you don't know what you're getting. So that's when it becomes kind of random. I do like it. I think that at 1 cost it is good. I don't think it's overpowered. I don't think it's underpowered. I think it's kind of in the middle. There's value in it. I didn't get too much of it in this game. I don't think I got too much of it in the last game. Sometimes it's just how things work with certain cards, though. Sometimes you don't always get what you need out of them. Armored Suit. I like the changes, the clerical changes you made on it. It's really not too different than how it was before. It's just clearer wording. It is a really good card. With your ability to change with Utility Belt, it's a lot better. Fortunately, I didn't get Utility Belt until the end of my first cycle through the deck. Rebel Line. I like this card. It is extremely good for her. It readies her. If you get the fist on there, you get the added bonus of drawing a card. That makes, to me, it makes it just a worthwhile and valuable card. Batarangs. And what's the other one? Applying pressure. I still think it's weird that these two operate in completely different ways, but to each their own. When it came to reviewing this for CAS, because I already filled out my form with the old deck build, but these cards didn't change. It doesn't matter. I didn't knock anything off of the oddity that these kind of operate in different ways. But then again, if you gave this 3 different options under it, what would you give it? Like heal at damage? I don't know. Remove additional threat. There's not much you could have put on there that would have made it differentiate itself from Batarangs. So maybe it's good that that's where it's at. I find this to be way more valuable, even if you don't get the bonuses of it, than Batarangs. Batarangs is still really good, but it is extremely dependent on what you do with it. I don't know if it was intended. I imagine it was, because ES has been a really good, consistent creator in the community for a while. This is the first time I used in a game, because I played tested her 3 times now, that I've been able to use Utility Belt with Batarang. And since you're not replacing or moving around things, or moving around the icons on this card, I was able to knock out 2 of them at the same time, which is extremely good. I could see Utility Belt plus Batarangs just destroying everything. Because all it's doing is checking. So essentially, if I were to make, say, the deal 2 damage thing energy, it would proc both of them. You wouldn't have to choose for it, because there's no choose on this. That's if I'm understanding the rules of the game correctly, which I think in this case I am. I don't always get it right. So that makes it extremely good. I like that combination. It makes Batarangs extremely strong. I said extremely a lot there. Master Plan. I didn't know if I liked this last time I play tested it more than its previous version. I think this time I got a lot more value out of the second thing. I do think I like this current version of it considerably more than what the old version was. I don't really remember what it was called off the top of my head. This version right here, I like it. My cat just pooped next to me, and now it smells a little better. Well, not next to me, but in my room. So now it smells like cat poop. Excellent. Calculated counter. I like the old version of this more than the old version of it more than this. I think part of that is because the old version was extremely powerful. This one for 2 costs to cancel the effects of card flipping is fair. I don't. There's so much value in her using her utility belt to get all these other cards going that I don't see the second half of this ever being really worth it, because you're going to average usually 2 2 threat removal or 2 damage for 2 costs in the cancellation, which is still a really good effect, but I can't say it's better than Batarangs. I can't say it's better than applying pressure. So I don't see myself using it on calculated counter the same way I used to use it on the old version. That being said, this is still probably a way more balanced card than the old version, which was 1 cost to get rid of, I think, a boost card. So this is probably a bit more fair than that. I just don't see myself. I don't see the value in using the bottom part of this if you have Batarangs or blind pressure in your hand. Like if you don't have them, then yeah, but is that more valuable than spending 1 resource to remove 2 threat from a scheme with multitasking? Is that more valuable than spending 2 resources to use for justice? There's the only text on this that really seems to matter is it canceling out the reveal. Black Canary, the last card of this, she's still really good. I didn't get that much use out of her this time because I had to use her as a resource early in the game. The stun for each mental resource is extremely strong. It's not overpowered or anything like that, though, for being extremely strong, because you need to have 3 enemies on the table to get max value out of that. Crossbones, I didn't have that much trouble with that, so Canary was kind of weak on this. When I played her with Havoc and Inkwire a couple days ago, I got a ton of value out of that. So it's still a really good ability. I just didn't get the use out of it this time. I don't think I got the use out of it last game I played with her that I lost. I don't even think I got a chance to play her. I can't remember. I don't remember what I did this morning, let alone a day and a half ago. Her abilities. I still really like this. Yeah, I just really like that. And I've grown to like this. The only problem is that like it's really good. It's a really balanced thing, but if you got like how I had, where I had 5 straight fist or physical icons on the bottom of my discard pile, and the one fist icon that you want back in your hand is in the middle of all that, then oof. But that's just how it works sometimes. It's still a good ability. I enjoyed it. So all in all, I do think I had some considerable fun with this. I don't know if I need to change anything on my score for this. Spoiler alert, yes, I said that your Barbara Gordon should be passed. It should be sealed. Um, I'm still sticking with that. I still think it's really fun. Even with my gripe about calculated counter, I still think the deck is fun. It is good. It is a hero set that I'd recommend for people to play. Maybe not aggression, but I still think it's something that new people should definitely play. Experienced players should definitely play it. It's fun. With that, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. I think Havoc is playing, so if I remember how to raid correctly, let me look that up again. I think it's /raid and then his name. Yeah, /raid followed by the username of the channel. So I'm going to send this over to Havoc, who just started his stream something like 20 minutes ago, maybe. Yeah, and I'll end mine there. Let's go ahead and raid Lord_Havoc. Hopefully I did this correctly. Is Lord Havoc, right? Not Havoc, yeah, Lord Havoc. Yep. All right. So that'll end my stream there. And yeah, take it easy. Have a good night.